Hey there, in this video I'm going to tell you how I doubled my income at my day job, slowly over time, but very predictably and in a relatively quick and easy manner. So if you're interested in finding out how I did that, keep watching. Hey there, thanks for watching. My name is Christiana and my channel is The Well-Behaved Wallet. My goal is to love the life I have while building a life of my dreams. My mission is to get out of debt completely. My current loan balance is $13,800 and that's down from a starting loan balance of $20,000. That's my student loan is the only debt that I have. So in today's video, I thought I would talk a little bit about playing good offense, meaning increasing income. Because we talk a lot about saving money, cutting costs, reducing spending, and that's well and good to have a good strong defense, but at the end of the day there are only so many things you can cut. You have to eat, you have to drive, you have to live, live in a house or wherever you're living. But increasing your income is really limitless as long as you cultivate the right mindset that will help you get there. So in today's video, that's what I'm going to focus on. And I'm going to tell you how I did that for myself. And like I said in the intro, I managed to double my income at my day job. Again, this is slowly and over time. It did not happen overnight, but it did happen. And it was something that I did consciously with the intent to grow and to develop. So I will tell you the 4 steps that I took and how that sort of manifested itself in my life. So I'll start with the story of how it all happened. And just kind of for background, I am someone that's chronically been an under-earner. I have never really made a ton of money at all. I had worked in mostly like lower paying jobs. I have an English degree, which I mean, it is what it is. From a liberal arts college, I mean, you can do everything and nothing with that. So it really qualifies you for not too much, as opposed to a degree in like finance, which would qualify you to work in sort of a higher paying field. So that wasn't my experience, and I didn't apply it in a way that would have made me more money, because you can do whatever you want to with any degree really, and I wasn't focused on strong income earning skills. So that was kind of my history and my background. Again, come from a background of under earning. So when I started this process, I wasn't making all that much at all. So these are the 4 steps that I used, and then I'll tell you again how that worked. So the steps were affirmations, number 1, written and spoken. I had started a program that really gave a structured framework for applying your dreams and steps to reach your dreams. And I'll talk more about that later. Number 2 was to build my skills, build my marketable skills. Step number 3 was networking, really in the most unusual places. I just kept my ears open. And then number 4 was to add in additional coaching. So those were the 4 steps, and this is how it manifested. So back in 2012, I really started taking myself seriously and saying, I'm sick and tired of this under earning. I don't want to be doing this anymore. So and I have my notes that I'm looking down at. So I was working at a job for my friend's father as an office manager. I was making $15 an hour as an independent contractor. Like, not that much at all. I loved it. I loved working with him. But I'm like, I could be making a little bit more money. So I kind of set it in my mind then that this is what I wanted to do. Then fast forward to 2013, so back in 2012 was when I really started doing these affirmations with the idea that I wanted to double my income. And every day for maybe, I want to say like 30 days, I wrote out exactly the income that I wanted, this much or more, and I wrote it out every single day. And I have the notebook that shows the amount that I wanted to make. So I did that in 2012. Put in my request, that was it, to God of the universe. And then that was it. 2013, I was working as a recruiter for a medical and pharmaceutical sales recruiting firm, and I was making $500 per week with commission on top. I wasn't a very good recruiter. I'm not a very good, like a salesy type person by nature. So if you do the math on that, that's $26,000 per year. Like, I was only living on my base salary because I wasn't very good at it, and I knew that, and like they knew that, and I was trying hard, and what I was good at was marketing and kind of reaching the right people. What I wasn't great at was, putting my candidates up at the front. So in that job, I had my ears out for other opportunities. I was looking around, I was networking, I was continuing to build my skills, and it just so happened that I was talking with someone at a church group that I went to, and she she mentioned that she just started this new job for this really interesting boss who had 3 medical device companies, and he was very philanthropic and he was active politically, and he just happened to be looking for a new special assistant. And I was like, interesting. She's like, well, send me your resume and I'll pass it along to him. And I'm like, okay. So I did it that night. I pulled together my resume. I sent it to her. That was on a Thursday. On a Friday, she was like, he wants to meet with you. And I was like, cool. So I went in and I met with him on a Friday, but he was like, I can't talk with you now. Can you come in tomorrow? Tomorrow was a Saturday. I was like, sure. So I did. I got all dressed up and I went in on a Saturday, and we sat and we talked in his office for like 2 hours. And at the end of that meeting, he was like, well, I'd like to offer you the job. And I was like, awesome. He's like, no, how much would you want to make? And I was like, I named a number, which I'm like, I wasn't prepared at all. I just threw out a number that was close to how much I would want to be making. It was actually $5,000 less than what I wanted to be making, which goes back to my whole like under earning mindset. But he's like, done, sold, here you go. And I was like, awesome. So I started that job 2 weeks later. Amazing. And in my first 2 weeks, I really killed it because I like stayed, I was working like 20 hours. Like I would come home and I would recap the day and I would do additional research, and I was doing all this extra work. So at the end of 2 weeks, he calls me back into his office and he's like, Christiana, I think you're doing a really great job. I'm like, thanks. He's like, I want to give you an increase of $5,000 a year. So my yearly salary ended up being exactly that number that I thought that I had wanted to be making, that number that I had written down in 2012, which was almost exactly double what I had been making not 2 weeks earlier. So that goes to show that while it doesn't always happen quickly, when it does happen, it moves quickly. So that is the result of all those sort of affirmations that I had been saying 2 years ago taking place in the present, and how it just happened overnight. But while it's not overnight, it seems like, to me, it seemed like overnight, but it had really been 2 years in the making. So again, I'll go back to those 4 steps that I mentioned. Number 1, affirmations, written and spoken, every day, then let it go. Number 2, building skills, really cultivating your worth in the marketplace. Number 3 is networking, and that doesn't mean like that smarmy, like shaking hands with everyone, getting everyone's business card. That just means keeping your ears open and having interesting conversations with the least likely people. You never know who might be able to connect you, or who you might be able to connect with their next great opportunity. And then number 4 is to have coaching and additional support. And I will link to this resource because I think it's incredible. It's the Dream to Destiny program. And this is what I used with a structured framework of helping me to achieve my dreams. And I love this program so much. More to come on that. And this had really given me a clear pathway to achieve what I wanted to achieve, because it's like, you want to go to France, you just don't know how to get there. This told you how to buy the ticket, how to get ready, what to pack. So this program is just incredible, and I will link to the resource down below. So that is my story of how I increased my day job income and how I'm working on playing better offense. Again, it's an ongoing process. It's never stagnant. It never ends. There's always more to achieve and more to grow. There's always more mindset to develop a better mindset. You can always develop a better mindset. So that's where I am right now. If you have any questions, let me know, or let me know how you've increased your income, or how you're working to increase your income, or how you would like to increase your income. Additionally, if you have any questions on the Dream program, I would love to talk about it. So just leave me a comment if you do. Thanks for watching as always, and I hope you'll keep watching. Bye.